never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight. It's ridiculous. I don't think Rod Serling could come up with a better script. It does not make any sense. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happen.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. It's so wonderful to see the internet make a hero, and that is happening more and more. Of course, we wait with bated breath to see what Tucker Carlson is going to do. Come on, join us. It will be wonderful to watch the corporate media implode. The corporate media would have never allowed someone like Mark Robinson to become famous or powerful, but thankfully, because of the internet, and because of a viral video, Mark Robinson, a dude who worked at a furniture factory, who loved himself the Second Amendment, and who said with one clear voice at a city council meeting in Greensboro, North Carolina, a place where not a ton of people live, it's not some metropolis, this guy went viral for saying, yo, if you take my guns, the only people that are going to have guns are going to be the criminals. So you're going to hurt me, the law-abiding citizen, and you're going to enable the criminals to do harm to me. And his impassioned speech not only stopped the city council from taking away his rights, but launched a political career that is now headed potentially for the governor's office of North Carolina. Now, North Carolina has made some news recently because multiple members of the Democrat Party elected to state office have switched parties to the Republican Party. North Carolina's Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is now going to be running to replace Democrat Governor Roy Cooper. Roy Cooper is one of those goofy, limp-wristed, strange Southern Democrats that can win because Dixiecrats, right? Because there's still this like peculiar crossover votes and old Southern territories. Anyway, this is how Bill Clinton, was a Democrat governor of Arkansas and so on. The reshuffling is still happening on the edges. And in North Carolina, you get this guy, this complete dork named Roy Cooper, being governor in spite of the fact that they have super majorities in the House and in the Senate, veto-proof majorities. It's a Republican state. Cry about it. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, Republican, formally announces his candidacy for governor as he eyes the party ticket to replace outgoing Democrat governor in 2024. So this, I think, is going to be absolutely crucial. Having new voices and having powerful voices. Obviously, Robinson has been a powerful voice. He's also a very powerful man because, well, let's just call it what it is. Like, he is from the School of Hard Knocks. Check this out about his early life and education, and also the fact that he is a military Army veteran. He was in the Army for 5 years, starting in 1985. So his political career, essentially, is attributed to a viral video. After the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting, Robinson spoke in favor of gun rights. The speech went viral. He was welcomed to the National Rifle Association's annual meeting that year, where he continued to go viral, and then that launched a political career in the year 2020 when he ran for lieutenant governor. He won walking away, clearing the 30% threshold, defeating other Republicans in the field. He faced a Democrat nominee in the general election race, and Robinson was elected the first black person ever elected to the North Carolina Council of State. So Robinson won handily, quite famous in the state now, and he is launching his gubernatorial bid, and we are thrilled about it. Robinson has been on my show. He's clearly a patriot, clearly loves this country. His announcement video is very powerful. Watch a little bit of it.
Fifth grade education, and walked across the street and got a job at a university. She cleaned up after other people's children to provide for her own. She told me to dream. She told me with faith, hard work, I could achieve anything. She was so right.
History made in the Tar Heel state last night.
Your family is Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson.
I'm the majority.
Do you swear?
I do. I stand before you today as the first black lieutenant governor of North Carolina. Served in the military. I've worked in furniture plants. I've been a general manager for a restaurant chain. And I own a small business with my wife. As a factory worker, I made good money. Until NAFTA hit. I lost my job not once, but twice. My wife and I faced these tough times as we worked to raise a young family with 2 wonderful children. Like so many of you, we know the gnawing feeling you get from worrying about money, how it keeps you up at night as your children sleep.
By the way, I got to stop here and say, like, this is such a good ad. This is such an important ad for relating to people. This is what Republicans miss so often. And it's also the reason why Mark Robinson is in this position. You know, the ad will go on to talk about effectively his job as lieutenant governor, and then we'll go on to describe sort of what he wants to do as governor, right? And it's so important because this is like what a populist message is. I'm going to play you the clip that went viral. We played a little bit at the front of the video. I'm going to play the full clip here that went viral. This is the type of authenticity. This is what the internet is built for. This is why we do what we do every single day. It's trying to bring light and trying to bring value to people that are going viral all the time across their various like town council meetings, right? That's what this was. Or how about the moms and dads who talk at school board meetings? They go viral too. We try as hard as we can to use our channel and our abilities to shine a light on them and to bring them up and lift them up. I would much rather have people like Mark Robinson running for office, people who've actually done something with their lives and understand regular everyday struggles, than the sort of country club class, silk stocking Republicans whose daddy's daddy, you know, was a senator. Prescott Bush, right? Oh, like the Bush family. You can go back through the Bush family. There's like 50 of them that served in federal or state office, right? Nah, man. Enough of that. How about some real people? Mark Robinson was real. His speech before his town hall about the Second Amendment shattered records and broke the internet, literally. This is what is most likely, and this guy's going to win, I think, walking away, going to lead to the first black governor of North Carolina.
I've heard a whole lot of people in here talking tonight about this group and that group, and domestic violence and blacks, these minorities and that minority. What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? And here's who the majority is. I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight. It's ridiculous. I don't think Rod Serling could come up with a better script. It does not make any sense. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away. That's the reason why I came down here today. Gun show or no gun show, NRA or no NRA. I'm here to stand up for the law-abiding citizens of this community, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You can take the guns away from us all you want to. You all write a law, I follow the law, I'll bring my guns down here, I'll turn them in. But here's what's going to happen. The Crips and the Bloods on the other side of town, they're not going to turn their guns in. They're going to hold on to them. And what's going to happen when you have to send the police down there to go take them? The police can barely enforce the law as it is. As what I see, we demonize the police, criminalize and vilify the police, and we make the criminals into victims. And we're talking about restricting guns? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that when the police department's already hamstrung? You're not going to be able to go down here and take these guns from these criminals. So the criminals are going to hold on to their guns. They're still going to have them. They're still going to break in my house, and they're still going to shoot me with them. And guess who's going to be the one that suffers? It's going to be me. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, it is not going to happen without a fight. And when I say fight, I don't mean shots fired. I don't mean fist thrown. I mean I'm going to come down here to this city council and raise hell just like these loonies from the left do until you listen to the majority of the people in this city. And I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding. And they follow the law. And they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms. They want to be able to go to the gun show and buy a hunting rifle or a sport rifle. There are no military-grade weapons sold at the gun show. An AR-15 is not a military-grade weapon. Anybody that would go into combat with an AR-15 is a fool. It's a semi-automatic 22 rifle. You'd be killed in 15 minutes in combat with that thing. So we need to dispel all these myths, and we need to drop all this division that we got going on here. Because the bottom line is, when that Second Amendment was written, whether the framers liked it or not, they wrote it for everybody. And I am everybody. And the law-abiding citizens of this city are everybody. And we want our rights, and we want to keep our rights. And by God, we're going to keep them, come hell or high water.
Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, Base Patriots.